Alright, heroes. This one's going to be fun. I have been waiting to share this information with you for so long. I finally get to unveil the real-life legend of the Jedi. A secret very well kept for several thousand years now. Okay, folks, here we go. If you go all the way back in time to ancient Egypt, like 9000 BC-ish, you'll learn of an ancient order of self-selecting scholar warrior magicians called the Jedi. Yep, true story, D-J-E-D-I. And this was their symbol. It's called a Jed pillar. And these are carved all over Egypt, everywhere. And one of the purposes is to represent Osiris's backbone. It was a sign of stability. The ancient Egyptian Jedi were known as the stable ones. Now here's where it gets interesting. Osiris was a good king. Really awesome. Just top notch. And he had that little brother who low-key kind of hated him and tricked him and killed him. Yeah, that old story. And so the little brother that tricked him and killed him was called Set, or Seth. Yeah, so all the way back in ancient Egypt, we have the Seth killing the Jedi. Yeah, I don't think that's an accident, especially given what an extremely on-point anthropologist and reader that Mr. George Lucas is, and we know that he's into Joseph Campbell, as am I, so I highly doubt that. It didn't happen on purpose. I hope it didn't happen on purpose, because that's just magical, but Mr. Lucas is way too smart for that. Absolutely. So here's where it starts getting wild, folks, and this is the stuff that I want to know if George knows. Mr. Lucas, I want to meet you someday. Obviously. So anyway, here's where it gets wild, folks. This fin here, if you make that out of copper, and then make the next one zinc, copper, zinc, and then add electrolyte, which is lemon juice, you get what's called a pile battery. Yep, true story. So this thing that looks so much like a lightsaber is actually a functioning flashlight. If that little blip at the top that looks like an LED is an LED, it would shine light. And I personally do think it looks a lot like a lightsaber. I really do. And for those of you playing the 1111 game, if you tip it over on its side, it spells out 1111. Etymologically, the word 11 tracks straight to angel, by the way, but that's one of the next episodes. So, yeah, think about that, folks. Fully functioning, lightsaber-shaped flashlight schematics are carved all over ancient Egypt by people called the Jedi. And here's what's cool about that particular story. The Jedi would incarnate onto the planet in times of turmoil in order to provide stability and return the land to peace and prosperity. AKA exactly who we need right now. So check this out, folks. First of all, on a Western science level, what would happen if we all decided to come together like Jedi? Because that's like the one archetype that we all know on and that we all agree on. Angel is the exact same thing, but some people just don't want a religion, so that's fair. But what I am wanting to share with you is a program called the Digital Red Pill. And that's a story that I wrote for my teenage rehab clients in order to give them a way to take all the tragedy and trauma of their past and turn it into fuel for an epic superhero origin story. And it worked really well, because if nothing else, it's a way to gamify the recovery process you gotta go through anyway. And America now has to go through a recovery process anyway. So I would love for you to check out the Digital Red Pill and read more about the story about the ancient Egyptian Jedi. Because that rabbit hole runs deep, my friends. Yeah, if you are on the quest, whoo, wait till you see how the number 17 weaves in there. If you are an Assassin's Creed player who is on a quest of some sort, you're going to be stoked because Desmond Miles was Subject 17. So yeah, folks, there's just so many ways that we can tie in all of our favorite pop culture. Star Wars, Star Trek, The Hunger Games, Harry Potter, especially Assassin's Creed, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Whatever your thing is, there's a way for you to become that character in real life now through this new narrative fiction that we can overlay over what's going on with the world right now. And one of the other things that's great about this sword is that just by carrying it, you are saying, this is what I aspire to, this is what I admire, and whether this sword be in the hands of a Neo-Jedi or an angel, if you're religious, it represents good guys and gals, and whoever, fluid ever, I don't even know what to say anymore. So, yeah, and also there's some really fun metaphysical stuff coming at you. Because think about this, folks. This is a Jed pillar. And it is also a contact sword that I thought I invented in 2007. This is the sword that I've been trying to get you for the last 10 years. And it's the same shape that's already carved all over ancient Egypt. And here's a fun one. I got this tattoo when I took on the new archetype attempt at Angel for me, which did change my whole life about that, by the way. And so this symbol has been there since 2004. And watch what happens when I shine the light on the door. Yeah, so hopefully you can see it's the exact same shape. I made that clip on the fly, improv. So, but yeah, folks, there's a lot of cool ways to make your life feel more mystical. And also, once you start opening up to the optimistical side of things, then a whole new world opens up for you. Because reality is so much more magic than you might think, and we're just about to unlock that next level. And what we all need to do right now is come together, regardless of race, color, class, or creed. And so I want you to know the Digital Red Pill program is designed to do that. And so far people are really liking it, like it's making some people cry. And it's especially good for people named Michael, David, Katie, Kai, Anna, or David, or if you have Ann anywhere in your name. And folks, thank you. Thank you. And Mr. George Lucas, I hope to have the honor of meeting you someday, because there's so many interesting crossovers. You and my mother share a birthday, which by the way is also Saint Corona's feast day, you know, the patron saint of flags. So yeah, there's really Campbellian mixed with Jungian, deep Jungian stuff going on, and I would just love to hopefully someday pick your brain as an anthropologist so that I could learn from you in order to make this better. Yeah, I'm really happy about what's going on over there. So folks, I'm going to end this clip before I get myself in trouble. But folks, there's so much good news coming. And again, folks, this is a big scary jump for me. Please watch the first clip if you don't know why. And I really need your help right now. And if you go over to kungflow.com, you can make this sword yourself in about 10 minutes for about $45 worth of bicycle parts. Yeah, don't let the cool moves fool you. This thing is so easy to make. And you just take that off, and that's a flashlight that says Home Depot. Well, excuse me, it's Harbor Freight, and it says Quantum, which is amusing because a quantum computer looks a lot like a jet builder. Yeah, it just keeps going and going and going, folks. And I've put a new rule in for myself that in every single clip I'm going to slip in the fact that your brain is already well over 1,000,000 times more powerful than a supercomputer. Yeah, true story. All you have to do is unlock and upgrade the operating system, and you are just off to the races at your next level. Can confirm, 100%, been doing this for 15 years. You're gonna have fun. The whole training program is up online for free right now on kunflow.com. If you have a broomstick, you can literally start right now. Everything else is explained on the site, and if you like it, please do ding the PayPal, because I like food. And other than that, folks, I just want to say that there's a bunch more of the really interesting crossovers between our reality and ancient Egypt. It gets so interesting. And then all the way back into Atlantis, and that's the story I want to share with you through this show. So literally every last cent goes into making this show better for you and as many people as possible. So thank you all for listening. I love you all so very much, and we'll talk to you soon.